just heard that John Williams is officially signed on to score Star Wars Episode 8.
Yay!
And Indiana Jones 5. Boo! I love Steven Spielberg. I love Indiana Jones as a character. The first movies mean a lot to me. Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls does not. Shia LaBeouf swinging on fucking trees with monkeys, man. No. Not my Indiana Jones. No. Fuck that. Raiders of the Lost Ark stands on its own as just a beautiful piece of cinema. I mean, that movie is wonderful on a lot of different levels. Temple of Doom? A lot of people give Temple of Doom a lot of shit. I don't get it. I really like Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom has one thing that the other Indiana Jones movies do not have, and that's Short Round. And I love Short Round. Who doesn't love Short Round? Listen, if you say that you don't love Short Round, you're one of two things. You're either a fucking liar or a heartless monster. I mean, take your pick on that one. Laying here on the floor while the ferret eats. Today has been pretty uneventful. I told my boss on Wednesday before leaving work that I was going to be late today. Today's Friday. And the reason for that was because I had some errands I needed to run before I got to work. So I told them that I was going to be a little bit late. Cut to this morning, my plans to go to the bank and to the local city clerk's office to meet with some people about some things didn't pan out. Instead, I conducted all of that business over phone. So, still accomplished everything that I was hoping to accomplish, just didn't actually leave my house to do so. So, but I was still late for work. Now, I'm about close to an hour late for work at this point, right? Almost an hour, because I was an hour late for work when I clocked in. I was literally an hour. I was supposed to be there at 9, and I clocked in at 10, roughly. So, about 10 minutes before that, there's a pounding on my door, and a mutual friend of myself and my boss is knocking on the door, and then I open it up, and I say, well, what's going on? And she says, are you okay? I say, yes, I'm fine. She says, well, people at work are concerned about you. You were supposed to be at work almost an hour ago. I said, I told them that I was going to be late. I told them. She said, my God. The tone of concern in their voice was as if I was going to show up here and find you hanging from the rafters. So no, world, I have not yet killed myself. I get to work, I find that it is a matter of mutual fault between myself and my boss, because my boss had forgotten that I had said that I was going to be late, and I had forgotten that she asked me to leave her a note to remind her so that she didn't think that I killed myself. It is 1:30 Saturday afternoon. I'm sitting outside work on break. It's hot. It is nowhere near as humid as it has been, which is good. It's been very humid the last couple days. It's a gorgeous day outside though. It is 10 o'clock. It is Saturday. I've been home for about 3 hours now from work. I've accomplished a few things. I've done my laundry, at least a load of it. Fed the cats, fed the dog, fed the ferret. Did not feed myself, which means I'm going to be very hungry when I wake up in the morning, but that's okay. Saturdays are hard for me. Saturday was, well, two and a half months ago, my father passed away. It's still a very weird thing to say. Still not used to the idea of him not being around, of not being able to just call him whenever I need to talk. My father passed away on a Saturday. So now Saturdays are not my favorite day. Seems like every Saturday since he passed, there's been some sort of an emotional black hole that I kind of slip into. Today, I was at work making pizzas for hungry people. And out of the blue, I remembered this moment, this snapshot in time involving my father. And it was my very first comic book convention, which was Comic-Con in San Diego. And I was maybe 12 or 13 years old at the time. And we were visiting family friends in the San Diego area. And this was back when you could just buy a day pass to Comic-Con on the day. Can't do that anymore. That's unheard of. It's fantasy. Science fiction. And so we did that. We bought a day pass for myself and my mother. And then we had no money. So the only thing we had that we could use to our advantage in terms of getting money was I had a very nice, and by very nice I mean it was maybe $150, $200 Green Bay Packers jacket. I've never been a sports fan. I like baseball to a certain extent. I like basketball a little bit. But just in general, and football, I mean, just in general, I'm not really a sports fan. Never have been, even as a kid. But this jacket was gifted to me. And knowing that it was a very nice jacket, it was worth quite a bit of money, my father decided, let's sell the jacket. You don't care about the Green Bay Packers, you don't care about football or sports in general, and you want spending money at this comic convention. You want to be able to actually spend money on stuff. You want to have a hot dog or buy some comic books. And he was right, I did. So what came to my mind this afternoon was the image of my father driving us around from sports bar to sports bar, telling my mother and I wait in the car, and then running in with this Green Bay Packers jacket, seeing if anybody wanted to buy it. And for a while it looked like we weren't going to have any takers until a mutual friend of my family and the person that we were visiting decided, I feel, to take pity on a young man going to his first comic book convention and gave us a couple $100 for it. But just the memory of my father running around to all these different places, trying to hawk a Green Bay Packers jacket in San Diego for me was, that was the emotional moment of this particular Saturday. I just realized that it has been over 24 hours since I've had a soda. I've gone 3 months before. I'm confident I can do it again. So that's another reason why this weekend is difficult. I've been drinking a lot of tea and a lot of water and a lot of juice. But no pop, as it's called out here. Minnesota is a weird place. It's bedtime. Sunday, noon. I'm homesick from work. I just read about Orlando. I'm not going to be filming anything else this weekend.